Greetings, viewers, and welcome to the fourth part of my first look at the skill trees for the characters in Borderlands 1.5. Last and probably least, it is Claptrap. My hopes are not high, but here we go. Action skill, Vault Hunter. .x. Press action skill to run your Vault Hunter program. It will analyze the situation, determine which Vault Hunter would do the best job, and then load an action package, allowing Claptrap to fight in that manner for a short period of time. So I guess what that means is he mimics the other players. Also gives you full health and health regeneration. Okay, that's quite good. Vault Hunter is still in its beta. It is questionable at best, and it is classified as malware. Your allies may be affected. Cooldown 40 seconds, and the health regen effect is 2.5% of your max health per second. Okay, let's start with the leftmost tree, Boom Trap. Drop the hammer. Reloading your weapon increases your fire rate and reload speed, but makes your accuracy worse for a few seconds. Fire rate, reload speed's a great combination. Minus 2% accuracy versus plus 5% on each of the others. With 5 points in, I think that's probably going to be worth it. Killbot. Killing an enemy restores health, but costs shields. If your shields are not currently up, then free health. To be honest, your shields are often going to be down during a prolonged fight anyway. So if you can just get free health from killing enemies, then personally I'm a big fan of that one. The lower your health, the greater the amount of health is restored. Okay, so up to 7% of max health. That's per level, that's up to 35%. If that's actually a 5-point skill, then that's very powerful, and I'll probably be picking that over Drop the Hammer. But Drop the Hammer is also fine, I think. Repulsive. When struck by a melee attack, you emit a powerful blast wave that pushes that enemy away and deals explosive damage. That's quite useful. That's just an anti-melee attack power. Coincidental combustion. Whenever you shoot an enemy with a non-explosive weapon, you have a chance to deal explosive damage based on your weapon's damage. If that's the higher your weapon damage, the more chance, then that's very good. Although I'm not sure how that will be calculated, because obviously that depends on what level you are and what level the weapon is. If it's for lower damages, say if the weapon doesn't deal that much damage, you've got a higher chance of dealing explosive damage to up its damage, then that's also good. So I'm quite liking that. It's kind of adding a chance to have explosive elemental on top of a weapon which doesn't have necessary elemental. But it will also be stacking possible explosive damage on top of other elements, because it's just a non-explosive weapon. So incendiary, shock, freeze, corrosive all have a chance of getting explosive damage on top. So I'm probably going to take that over repulsive. Repulsive's definitely fun, but I'm kind of liking all these skills so far right now, so it's quite hard to pick. Second win by Tedior. When you enter fight for your life, throw a destructed copy of yourself which explodes like a grenade, and you continually emit explosive novas. Definitely going to take that one. It's very good if you're playing on your own, but it's also very useful for picking yourself up so your teammates don't have to risk themselves. Having explosive novas, that's basically like having a flame with a firehawk on continuously. That's very cool. I'm liking this tree altogether so far. Load and explode. Whenever you reload your gun, gain increased explosive damage. This can stack up to 5 times, and each stack only lasts a few seconds, so that's up to 20%. Plus coincidental combustion, these two could work quite well together. Iron rubber, your glue. Kill skill. Whenever you kill an enemy, bullets have a chance to reflect off of you and towards enemies for a short time. But it also unlocks a new action package, Torque Fiesta. Bullet ricochet chance 25%. Torque Fiesta. Drop a large amount of grenades that damage enemies and friendlies. Oh god. The kill skill I don't think is that great, to be honest. Ricochet's alright, but the amount of damage enemies do to you is a lot less than you do to them in general. So whether Ricochet will be useful is yet to be seen. Torque Fiesta does sound quite funny, although probably when you're in the thick of it, it might get quite annoying for other people. Start with a bang. When firing a fully loaded gun, after reloading you generate an explosive nova centered on you. Damaging all nearby enemies and hurts you only a little bit. 1% of current health, okay, that's fine. Of current health as well, not maximum health, that's even better. Explosive damage, rank 1 damage, that's arbitrary, so we don't know what that's going to be like until we get into it, but I quite like that. Just getting explosive novas for free, just for shooting, that's very good. And that kind of, if you're going to be maxed out this tree anyway, that means we can kind of forego bothering with repulsive. personally. Hyperion Punch, melee override, dealing explosive damage, grants you stacks of Hyperion Punch. When you have 5 stacks, you can use your melee override to deal bonus incendiary damage, and that consumes all your stacks. Not a massive fan of that. What else is on this tier? The last round fired from any weapons clip gains significant bonus damage. Smaller clips reduce the bonus. Right, so Claptrap's been given money shot. Is that what we're saying here? Claptrap has money shot. Last shot bonus 80%. So if that's a 5-point skill, that's 400%. That's a 400% money shot as standard. Okay. If that's true, then that's quite funny. They've kind of made a troll character and they've given him one of the best skills from Borderlands 2. That's quite okay. The thought of Claptrap having money shot is quite funny. It's kind of cool to see it back in the game though. Living near the edge increases fire rate and reload speed. The lower your health and shields, the greater the bonus. Also unlocks action package pirate ship mode. Next level, fire rate up to 100%, a reload speed up to 100%. Turn into an awesome pirate ship with cannons. Fire rate's good, reload speed good. Pirate ships are pretty awesome. So I can't really argue with that. This is pretty fun. This is fun tree, but it's also potentially really good tree as well. I'm gonna go with Killbot, coincidental combustion, second win by Tedior. Start with a bang, I think. I really want to see Torque Fiesta, but at the same time, I don't think that reflection is going to be too great. Load and Splode, just because it will time with coincidental combustion quite well. Then one last thing, i.e. money shot, and then living near the edge. That's going to be my pick there. Moving on to the secondary. I love you guys. I take it this is going to be a support tree. Best buds for life. Whenever you're revived or you revive someone, you and your body gain health regen and damage resistance for a short time. Also extends fight for your life, increases gun damage or downed. Again, I don't really like these skills which are dependent on you being in fight for your life. Damage resistance would be 35%. With 5 points, health regen would be up to 2.5. Not overly great. Maniacal Laughter increases status effect chance, and dealing status effect damage to enemies grants you Maniacal Laughter stacks. You and your pals gain health regen for each stack. The lower your health, the greater the health regeneration. Each stack lasts for a few seconds. Okay, regenerates up to 0.03% of your max health per second. Max stacks 200. So even at max stacks, that's not doing a great amount. I'm gonna be honest. I would probably go for Best Buds over Maniacal Laughter at this point. I'm not really liking either of them too much though. Through Thick and Thin increases your action skill cooldown, and while your action skill is running, this bonus is transferred to your allies. Wow. Okay. Definitely worth it. If you're playing with other people, being able to decrease their action skill delay, that's extremely valuable. Really, people are going to really appreciate that one. Kick him while he's down. While on fight for your life, you draw aggro from nearby enemies. That's very good. That's like taunting. That was like Athena's ability, taunting with the Aspis. Because all the damage they do to you while in fight for your life obviously goes nowhere. So that's very, very useful. It's also useful for the person picking you up, because they won't be being shot so much. Also unlocks Clap in the Box. To destruct a giant bomb that hurts everything around it when it explodes. Okay, so that's a bit like Torgue Fiesta, because I assume that probably means friendlies as well. But I do like that taunt feature, that's very cool. All the things are awesome. Increased fire rate, weapon swap speed, and max health. This bonus increases for every teammate in the game. That's very cool. Again, if you're going to be playing with people, Through Thick and Thin, Kick him while he's down, and all the things are awesome. All going to be great. Best buds for life as well. Well, I mean, this is a team skill tree. So all of these are going to be very good when you're playing with other people. But I think Through Thick and Thin especially is very, very good. You're going to love me. Killing an enemy creates a friendship nova. I'd love to see what that looks like. Centered on the enemy. Healing you and your friends in the radius. So it's basically gaining health for yourself and everybody else upon killing an enemy. Allies who are low on health are healed for more. Also unlocks action package Gun Wizard. You and all allies gain drastically increased fire rate and reload speed. Oh, so it's a good one. There's no drawback to this skill. You get health back and you get a possibly new action skill, which is useful for everybody. So I'm definitely going to be going for that one if I'm going down this tree. Wax off, wax on. Improves your shield capacity, shield recharge delay, and shield recharge delay. Okay, that's fairly standard. It's a trap card. When your shield becomes depleted, you release a Mega Nova centered on yourself that heals you and your friends but hurts enemies. That's very, very cool. That creates a big swing in combat. Targets low on health are healed for more. Your shield must fully recharge with Mega Novas. Definitely going to go for that. I think that's more useful than Wax Off. Pain Simulator is painful, increases your maximum health, and grants a small amount of damage reduction. Not bad. In order, I'm going to go It's a Trap, then Pain Simulator, then Wax Off. And moving down towards the bottom, kick him while he's up. Whenever you gain second wind, your gun damage, melee damage, and critical damage is increased for a few seconds. Okay. Organized guns are happy. Increased magazine size with all weapons type for you and your buddies. Your allies are going to appreciate that. If you're running Money Shot with one last thing, you might not appreciate that. Unless you're using a gun which has a small clip size, you could potentially buff it past 8. And then get the Money Shot bonus for a small clip gun, which are generally going to be more powerful anyway. So that could potentially be very useful. And high five, guys. Hold melee to request a high five from your friends. A successful high five increases your and your awesome friends' gun damage, fire rate, and grants health regen. If you don't have any friends, which you probably won't if you're playing as Claptrap, or they leave you hanging, gain increased gun damage, health regen for a few seconds for yourself. Okay, that's very, very good. That's almost kind of like You're Going to Love Me, in terms of just no drawbacks, and it's just all good stuff. So if I'm going to go down this tree, I'm going to go Best Buds through thick and thin. If I have to pick something else on this tier to unlock the next one, I think I'm going to go for... I think I might go for Kick Him While He's Down. If I'm playing with a team, definitely Kick Him While He's Down. All Things Are Awesome was probably only good if you're playing with a team anyway. But just drawing that aggro away from everybody, it's just really useful. You're Going to Love Me, definitely. It's a trap card next. If I have to pick something else, it would be Pain Simulator. And then I'm going to go for... probably Organized Guns if I have one last thing. Kick him while he's up. Again, that's kind of a second wind dependent thing. I don't want too many points in those. So I'm going to go with Organized Guns, especially because it benefits teammates as well. And then High Five Guys, definitely worth it if you're maxing out this tree. On to the last tree. Fragmented Frag Trap. All the guns, gun subroutines. You randomly pick a subroutine, focus on a gun type, making you more effective with that gun type, but less effective with all others. Upon selecting a subroutine, you gain 100 frag stacks, which decrease over time. When you run out of stacks, your subroutine will be replaced with a new one. Okay, so the frag stacks basically act as a timer, and each time they run out, you gain gun damage, fire rate, and reload speed with one type of gun, but you lose damage only for every other type of gun. So potentially very useful, but only if you're carrying like one of each type of gun. This is going to make your game very unpredictable. Fuzzy logic. Taking damage from an enemy grants you increased critical hit damage for a few seconds. That's very cool. It's kind of taking damage and then being able to deal it back a lot more. Safety first, defensive subroutines. Randomly pick a subroutine, health or shields. Okay, so it's like all the guns, except you're going to pick health or shields, and you get increased capacity and regeneration for that chosen attribute. The catch is you reduce damage with all gun types. Upon selecting a subroutine, you gain 100 frag stacks. Yeah. Okay, let's reduce gun damage. So you can't really have both of these, because otherwise you're going to have reduced gun damage permanently. So if you're using the wrong gun type and you've got this one on as well, you're going to have minus 30%. Even with the right type, you're going to have only plus 10% gun damage. I really don't like safety first. I think that's really bad. If I could just pick one, it would be fuzzy logic. Otherwise, all the guns. And lastly, safety first. Surprise stabilize. Taking damage from an enemy increases your accuracy and recoil reduction. Okay. Not a massive fan of accuracy recoil reduction. I never really found much use in it. Rope-a-derp. Melee subroutine. You randomly pick a melee focused subroutine which grants you a massive melee damage bonus but reduces your damage with guns. This isn't a melee character, so I'm not really a fan of that one. Blue shell. Increases gun damage, fire rate, and reload speed while in fight for your life. Also increases the duration of fight for your life. I'm not a fan of fight for your life abilities, but I'm not a fan of these two either. I'll come back to that. Before that, triple clocked. Multiplies the bonuses and penalties of the current subroutine by up to 3. Fewer frag stacks, the greater the multiplier. Defensive subroutines always carry a triple capacity regardless of stacks. Okay, so that's modifying these. If this is your jam, then go for it. You may as well go all in if you're going to pick one of them. Also unlocks action package one hit wonder. Every shot empties all bullets from your clip. That's absolutely awful. This whole skill tree is just awful. Just absolutely awful. Grenade vent increases grenade damage. Throwing grenade adds frag stacks. Okay. Element of surprise. Elemental subroutines. You randomly pick a subroutine that increases damage with a chosen element, but decreases damage with all other elements. Upon depleting your shield, filling your shield, or entering fight for your life, you release a nova of the chosen element. Plus 32%, minus 16%. I assume that works on the same frag stack system as all the guns and safety first. Death machine, kill skill, killing an enemy increases gun damage, reload speed, and movement speed. That's very, very good. All three of those are good. For kill skill, that's awesome. Cryogenic exhaust manifold. Whenever you slam it, you release a cryonova and lose some frag stacks. Cryonova, potentially very useful. Potentially frees up a lot of enemies. Float like a bee, increases melee damage. Also, killing an enemy with a melee attack grants frag stacks. Small amount of health and movement speed. I'm just not interested in frag stacks. It may be the point where you want to run out of frag stacks because it's on the wrong kind of gun. And you don't really want to keep building them. So it's just, I don't know. Rainbow coolant. Whenever you initiate a new subroutine, you emit a rainbow nova. Consists of all the elements, humongous in size, and makes your team super happy. It also unlocks a laser inferno, shoots lasers in all directions nearby enemies. So what they've done is they put possibly his best skill at the end of the worst skill tree. So his entire character build is kind of a bit of a troll in itself. He's got money shot. And this goddamn amazing skill at the end here. Humongous Nova. All elements and laser inferno possibility. I mean, that's just insanely good, but I just don't want to go down the skill tree ever. If I have to pick 2 skill trees, it's going to be Boom Trap and I Love You Guys. I think even without teammates, I Love You Guys is going to be better than Fragmented Frag Trap. If I have to go down this, if someone holds a gun to my head and says I have to go down here, I'll go Fuzzy Logic. If that's only a 1-point skill, though, I'll have to go with all the guns. Jesus. And then I guess Blue Shell. I don't like Fight for Your Life things so much. Actually, I'll go Surprise Stabilize. I guess I have to go for Triple Clocked if I'm forced to. Element of Surprise is awful. A kill skill, definitely the Death Machine. That's a very, very good skill. Then Cryogenic Exhaust Manifold, and then Rainbow Coolant, definitely very good skill. Unfortunately, it's at the end of this absolutely trash skill tree. So there's Claptrap, better than I thought he would be. Definitely going to be pretty fun playing with a teammate who's Claptrap. If you enjoyed this video, or I've made it this far, please leave the video a like, it helps promote it. Other than that, that's all the characters done. Next time I'll be releasing Borderlands 1.5 video is a playthrough or weapon guide or something like that. But until then, I'll see you next time, and thanks very much for watching.